Why am I so dark? What's up, you guys? Good afternoon, good morning, whatever time it is, wherever you guys are at. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a good day. I feel good. Hope you guys like that show. I love these wheels, guys. I can't ever get enough of these wheels. I look at them, and I just look at them, and I'm just like, yeah, dang, they look good. You know what I mean? They look really good. I'm really glad I did get the bead locks, though, guys. In all honesty, I almost did get the bead locks for the rear, and I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get the bead locks, and I love the fact that I got the bead locks because it makes the wheels look a lot better. So, what are we doing today, guys? Well, you can see the car's jacked up. Well, you know, I'm in the way, but car's jacked up. I need to put jack stands under the rear, take the jacks out, jack the front up. We need to pop the hood. Let me turn my other light on here. This is my face. There we go. Look, now you guys can see me. We need to pop the hood because I need to pull the blower off. So that's what we're doing today. Blower's coming out. Drive shaft's out of it. Been out of it for 2 days now. So today, it should be on its way to Arizona to AMP, where they are going to shorten it, cut it, put the new yoke on, and weld it back together and rebalance it. So not only are they shortening it, they have to put a different yoke. It's a bigger yoke than the factory T56 output. It's a little bigger spline. They're gonna balance it, and they're one of the few companies that will balance it with the yoke in place, which is very cool. And then after that, they're going to send it back, ship it back, and I should be getting my tranny, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, hopefully. Either way, even if it's a little after that, no big deal. Whew. I can smell this trash can, guys. All this brake clean rags in here are woo-wee. Look at that, though. Look at how dirty and disgusting that is, guys. That is just nasty from the blower. That's a lot of dabber-riss, if you want to call it that. So yeah, so let's get the hood pop. Let's get, you know. Alrighty, guys. Ooh, looks good, but we're gonna take the VMP off. I'm gonna try and clean it up a little bit for Alex too. You guys can see there's some white spots and stuff on here and over there, so I want to try and clean it up for him, make it look nice, because I know he was upset that it looked dirty. And then, so intake's got to come off, belt's got to come off, his pulley and that bracket has to come off. It is my stock lower, which I can leave on if I want to, and I may, just because the only things that are his are the supercharger and the transmission. Oh, Billy.
Ah, dang it.
You can't sneak by me. So we got it out, guys. It's amazing. Looks good. I like it. Very pleased. I don't know where she went, but yeah, it's off. As you guys can see, pretty cool. I really like this O-ring style seal. I'm a fan of O-rings like this because they're replaceable. VMP, in my opinion, is a awesome company, and they will give you, you know, parts and stuff, and they're gonna support this, and you can buy it. I feel like anybody that buys something from VMP is they usually take care of them. Now, if you're a guy that even if you don't even buy stuff from them, I feel like VMP still takes care of them. Like, that's just who they are. But if you can see, one thing I would change are these two bolt heads. Can you see them sticking out there? So there, as the camera focus, you can see these bolts are sticking down. Now, this is one thing I would change if it was me. These are made for the factory thickness. They're a little long. I would get shorter bolts that don't even come out of those holes. That way, the airflow isn't affected by these. Superchargers don't like any turbulence, resistance, any of that. You want this to be as smooth as possible. And as you can see, VMP, in my opinion, did an awesome job with how big this inlet is and how open it is into the back of the blower. Like, that is part of the reason why these superchargers make so much power per their size, and I cannot wait to get the 2.6 liter on here. That blower is going to make some power, guys, and I'm really excited about it. I gotta go eat. That's why my girlfriend's in here running around, because we gotta go eat with her sister, so we're gonna do that, and I'll catch you guys when we get back. Alright, guys, so we're back. I got my sweet hairdo. All we got left to do is a lot of work. That's what I'm gonna say, we got a lot of work. We still gotta pull the, I went ahead and pulled the elbow off, I cleaned it, I put some green tape on it. As you guys can see, the dabber wrist in this crevice down here, see all that dirt and stuff? That's right by the supercharger. There's a lot of dirt just from driving around here. Bugs, dirt, dabber wrists. So because we got all that dirt and stuff in there, we're gonna take the compressed air, blow that all out of there, get it out of there, get it nice and clean. That way when we pick the blower up and that, there's no dirt that can get underneath there. Last time I didn't pull the lower intake manifold up and out of there. I think this time, because we're gonna have a little bit of extra time, the tranny's not gonna be here, I'm gonna spend the time, we're gonna pull it up and out. The lower intake manifold, that is. We'll pull the blower off. You don't need to necessarily pull the lower out. There is a point where what I do is I loosen, and you guys will see this, we loosen the lower bolts on the lower manifold, and then we pick it up, the whole thing. That way we can get at the bolts for the intercooler that goes in the supercharger and take those off and out. That way we can pull that front piece off and out and then pull the blower up and out of the lower. I may even hit with a little brake clean just to kind of move some of the fine dirt out of there if it's kind of stuck or adhered to the metal. And then after we do that, it's going to be, you know, fuel rails coming loose and a couple other things, and we're going to be rocking and rolling, getting this bad boy up and out. Okay guys, you want to make sure you disconnect electrical connectors to your injectors. That way you're not like pulling on the actual wiring when you're trying to lift this and move this and all that. So it's just a good idea. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys, all we did right there was, in case you couldn't see, it's just these injectors have a little, or injector clips have a little tab on them. You just depress that tab and then pull away. But you always want to make sure you push down a little bit on the connector first and then depress the tab and then pull back. Because what can happen if you're pulling on it and trying to depress the tab, this tab will actually in here stay latched onto the injector part. It's very difficult to see, but you can see that little nub sticking out because you're pulling and keeping tension on that tab, and that tab can't undo itself. The whole piece is only plastic, and when you're pushing on one end and this other end is connected or has tension on it, it's just going to flex the actual tab itself instead of disconnecting it from it. So that's why I say push on it first and then pull back. Also, if you guys are ever wondering what this green wire is sticking up here, this green wire is out, and I just leave it out all the time because I could tuck it back away inside this piece of loom right here that it originally came in. But this green wire is what you need for when you go to the dyno and they tune it, or it's your tack pickup is what this wire is. So I just leave it out. It's not a big deal. Some people are like, ah, it looks ugly. I could always put it back in the loom. I'm just lazy. And I'd kind of been waiting because I'm like, it really requires some tape, but with all the changes we do to the car constantly and everything, and with tuning it, it's easier just to have it open because they have their little clip that'll go through and clip onto it, and then they just use this, like I said, for a tack pickup. So that's the reason why I leave it out. Although now I have the right ways. You can see this tape right here. If you guys can see that tape right there, it's kind of like a electrical tape, but it has a little bit of like a, I want to say like duct tape kind of look to it as well. And that's the OE4 tape. I've been looking for tape like this, and I got lucky because last time I went to Dyno Edge, when I was there, Chris Grills was like, hey, come here, come check it out. And he pulled out a bin and he handed me 2 rolls of this stuff. And what is this stuff, guys? Well, check it out. This is that tape. You can see in the light there, it's got kind of like a duct tape type weave. This is 2 rolls. I just stuck them together for the meantime for ease of transport. But you can see they come apart. So, awesome stuff. Okay guys, now we're going to take the lower intake manifold bolts out, and I'm going to try and get them all with this. I may have to use a wobble socket, but let's go. We're going to break them loose and go from there. So you guys see this little nub right here. This guy is, I swear, a gift of God from the guys at Ford. I have no idea why it's there. Truly don't. I don't know why that little nub's there, but what it allows us to do is get our pry bar down here around on the ring, and it allows us to just pry up on it. And I found that is legitimately the easiest thing to do to pry up, to get it all these bolts on this cooler piece to get it up and out of the way. So that's what we're gonna do now. Get this pried up, get those bolts up and out, and then the supercharger to lower intake manifold bolts come out, and I'm gonna put 2 bolts back in the lower to hold it down. That way we can pick the blower up without an issue. So.
Darling, you send me, I know you. Darling, you send me, I know you. Send me, darling, you send me, I know you.
There we go, just pulled it out. I didn't even videotape it, whatever. It's out. You just lifted it. Sorry guys, let me show you where we're at, but we're gonna call it a night tonight. I'm done, I'm tired, my hands are dirty, I need to go to bed, it's late, but let's see where we're at. So there she is, blower's off. Just lightly wiped that down and got the coolant out of it, so that way we're basically ready to go back together. I still need to put some air in there and blow it out. I haven't done that, but we did suck it. I have a sucker here, so I sucked it with that. But yeah, it's pretty good and clean. I want to brake clean the front side of it a little bit. As you guys can see, it's a little dirty, but you know, it'll do. We're gonna clean it up. The blower's sitting right there. So she's out. Make sure to sit her on the side so we don't break that nipple off that thing, and dripped a little bit, but it still looks pretty good and clean, which is good because, you know, we made some hits and all that in Houston and it looks beautiful.